There is this really cool feature in Wuthering Wave called swap canceling, which unfortunately the developer might be removing it because it is a bug. Now it might not make sense what is a swap canceling in Wuthering Wave, so let me start you off with a 20-second montage. About 2 weeks ago, I demonstrated the potential of doing quick swap in Wuthering Wave by utilizing animation cancel by switching characters, aka swap cancellings. The developer then have messaged me and let me know that using end lag of characters animation to cancel off skills is actually a bug and they're planning on fixing it soon. So today I have logged onto the influencer server hoping to demonstrate the full potential of swap cancelling and why it is such a cool feature and Wuthering Waves should be keeping it in. Special thanks to Kuro Games for providing access to the influencer server where our account is fully unlocked because I was missing some of these characters in my actual live account. As it turned out, most animation in Wuthering Wave can be cancelled by switching character. What I just demonstrated there, if you observe carefully, was a double plunge attack. If you observe carefully on how Yinlin does her plunge attack, she kind of jump and then bring this doll forward. I know you didn't see that because you're too focused on her thigh, so let's do that again. Or even multiple times. And then let's take a look at Rover's plunge attack. They have a really simple animation, but if you observe carefully at that clip, I was doing both at the same time. When you do a animation cancel in Wuthering Wave, it doesn't just disappear, it actually still go through. Using this goat as an example, you can see that even though I cancel out Yinlin's entire plunge attack, the damage on Yinlin still went through. This is especially useful if you're ever stuck with a really long animations like Anchor charge attack or Yinlin charge attack, because you can simply just start the animation and then cancel all of it and take control of your character again. I know the character Yinlin just came out of the live beta server and a lot of people were complaining that her charge attack animation take way too long. But if you just simply cancel all of it, then it doesn't take any time at all. Jumping back to the very first clip you see on this video as an introduction, you can actually see a lot of these animations being utilized in effect. I slowed the clip down to 50% to see how many you would notice, but for example here you can see that before Alto's bullet came out, I've already swapped to Anchor and continued my assaults, and then right here again where I swap back to Alto before Anchor's animation starts. Putting these two clips side by side, you'll notice that the clip on the right I was able to switch faster by 27 frames and got a plunge attack for free. One of the most useful applications for this is probably to cancel off your Echo attack. Echo have really long animation, but notice how if you initialize your Echo and then just swap cancel all of it, it will still complete the attack depending on the type of Echo. It doesn't work for multi-hit kind of Echo. Wuthering Wave has such an insane quick swap potential because of these animation. Being able to get to your next attack faster is an advantage, or even straight up just being able to attack 2 times at the same time. But what if I tell you what I just showed you right now is just the basic application? Animation cancelling with swap cancel is actually much deeper than that. Certain skill in Wuthering Wave have multi-hit, which means you actually have to press the skill twice. Take Yinlin's skill or Anchor E for example. At the end of the first animation, you actually have to cast the second part of it to get the full effect. If you only cast the first part and switch out, you see that Anchor actually doesn't cast the second part. In this case, you can actually cancel out the first part and then switch back before the attack finish to cast the second part. Right here, I initialize the first part of Anchor skills by clicking the E button, immediately switch to Yinlin and do an attack string on her, switch back to Anchor and click E again to finish the second part of her skill before it's finished. And to take that even further, here I added an additional skill here for animation cancel. An Anchor skill here, switching to Chisha and initialize her skills, cancel that out with switching to Yinlin and do an attack string, cancel that out by switching back to Anchor and finishing up her skill attack is exactly what went on here. You don't have to actually do this during your actual gameplay. It's just that if you're a min-maxers, if you're trying to push as much damage as possible for like a speed clear kill, then doing this is just free damage, because in comparison, I could just cast Anchor skill normally, but all of these time are wasted by, not doing any additional attack. But there's a really good reason to actually do all of these. In Wuthering Waves, there's something called the intro-outro effect. Essentially, when your energy is full right here, and you switch character, they will actually do a really special effect. Depending on the characters, the effect will be different, but for example, when your energy is full and you do an outro on Yinlin, it will increase your next character electro damage by 20%, as well as their ult damage by 25%, which is a massive damage buff. The main problem with this energy system is that it only builds for the character who is currently attacking. So for example here, if I'm attacking on Yinlin, she will build this outro energy, but you see that for my teammate like Anchor, my energy is still at 0. But instead, if I were to utilize swap cancelling and attack on all my character at once, then it is not as hard to build energy on all my characters and therefore get all their buffs. I think the swap cancelling in this game is extremely cool. It makes this game even more fast-paced. It creates really high skill expression that could be done by min-maxer, but you don't have to do it if you're a casual player. And so therefore, I think they really should keep this in the game. And if you agree with that as well, please let the developer know that it is really cool and they should keep it in the game. Make sure you leave a comment below to let the developer know that you would like them to keep this in, because it is really cool. Otherwise, I don't really got a lot to say. Gonna make the video short because I don't got a lot. I don't really like making guides until the game actually come out, since they could change stuff and then the guide will be outdated and there's no point of making guides right now during the beta. For example, if they remove this entire animation cancel, then it will be all for nothing. So I'm not gonna make a guide on how to do the animation cancel yet. But if they do keep it, that'll be really cool. So yeah, subscribe for more Wuthering Wave content. Goodbye, bye.